Good morning. Welcome to the Dray Way. Hey, as you can see, it is a beautiful day here. And you picked the right day to hang out for the show. Welcome to the Dray Way. I'm Dray. It's my way. I'm Drayton Nay, your host. And we got a great show for you today. So I'll stop talking and let's get going. Let's go. Hey, welcome to the Dray Way. You know, I got to talk. Do you know the hurricane season is really from June until, I don't know, like October, November. And already, here it is, we're not even in the middle of May yet. And they're already seeing disturbances in the Hurricane Valley. Yeah. So if we're already seeing potential storms down in Texas and in Florida, what kind of hurricane season do we have to look forward to this year? And why is nobody talking about it? We are literally just a few days away, let's see, about 3.5 weeks away from hurricane season. Yeah, about 3.5 weeks away from hurricane season. And I have a feeling this is going to be a really rough year because they're showing disturbances in the atmosphere already. They're talking about us having storms in May. So what is going on? What is going on? And particularly, if this is going to be an even more active season, what does that mean for Texas and Florida? And that's why, I've been talking against Florida now for over 2 years. And I've been talking about it because I just don't think it's a place to live anymore. I don't know that it's, a safe place to live anymore because the storms are getting bigger and bigger because the water all around Florida is getting considerably warmer. So with the water getting warmer, the storms are getting even worse. And these hurricanes that come in and cause major flooding, you're talking about the west coast of Florida still hasn't recovered. The west coast of Florida has been hit by a couple of hurricanes in the last 5 years, and it's not even close to recovering. So what happens if we get another, 2-3 storms this year? How far back does that set Florida? And what preparation is being done? For example, where's the money going to come from? Does anybody know? Does anybody know where money's going to come from? Because sure enough, when these storms hit, you're talking billions of dollars in damage. And FEMA isn't equipped now with the way this administration is. FEMA's not going to have the dollars. So where is Texas or Florida going to get help from? How? Does anybody know? Because as we know from the last few hurricanes, you're talking about billions and billions and billions of dollars in damage. Here, North Carolina is just now getting monies that they've been asking for how long? There's all along the west coast of Florida, it doesn't look that much better than it did a year ago. And so with so little progress, Fort Myers, if you haven't been to Fort Myers is still wrecked. Fort Myers isn't back in any way, shape, fashion, or form. And now with storms continuing to get more frequent and bigger and stronger with the warmer water down south, and now they're talking about, I just saw a weather report yesterday, that there's disturbance in the Hurricane Valley, or alley or valley or whatever you want to call it. And I'm sitting there going, nobody's talking about this. Nobody's mentioning this. Everybody's pretending like this is going to start next month. And they're already talking about it maybe some storms in the next couple of weeks. So how active of a season will this be? And how unprepared are we? I think we are really, really unprepared for what's coming. And I don't know what we're going to do, because we're talking about, if we have a Cat 3, Cat 4, or heaven forbid a Cat 5 go anywhere near Florida, you're talking about billions of dollars in damage, and we are not prepared. This administration is not prepared at all. And I don't know. Tell me what you guys think, because we're not even talking about hurricane season yet. We're not even discussing it. And let me tell you right now, over the next couple of months, it's going to be on everyone's tongue, because the storms are coming. And we're already talking about disturbances in May. And technically, season doesn't start till June. But can you imagine June, July, August, September? And if we get a number of these, then what? Then what happens? Let me know what you think in the comments. Welcome to the Dray Way. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, hurricane season 2025. Tell me what you think's going to happen. I just think we're really unprepared. I just think we need to start talking about it like now. What are we going to do like now? And why is no one talking about this? Because it's literally weeks away, and no one's talking about it. And I just don't think we're prepared. I know Florida's not prepared. And you can tell, because places that have been hit with hurricanes in the past, they haven't snapped back at all. So let me know what you think in the comments. Welcome to the Dray Way. I'm glad you're here. Don't go anywhere. More Dray Way to come. Welcome back. The question I have for everybody is, how does this end well for Florida? We just talked about the hurricane season coming up, and real estate in Florida, as I've been saying for a couple of years, is in huge trouble. And there's just no end in sight. The condo market is collapsing. I don't know who wants to go down and buy a condo. You got to buy the condo. You got to try to insure the condo. And then you are at the mercy of HOA. Who wants to do that? I don't know anyone that wants to sign up to be a part of an HOA right now that will tell you exactly what to do and when to do it. Who is signing up for that? Are you going to sign up for that? Are you going to sign up to live in a condo and be told exactly what you got to do and how much you're going to pay and what are you going to... Who signs up for this now? And some of these HOAs now are $2,000-$3,000 every month. So not only do you have to pay your payment, not only do you have to insure it, but now you have to pay an HOA of $2,000-$3,000 a month, every month in perpetuity. I just don't know who's going to sign up for this. Who is signing up for this? And somebody needs to tell me, what is the benefit of living in Florida? What are the benefits? What are the things that you're like, oh, if I live in Florida, this is going to happen? Because especially if you live in South Florida, it is really hot all the time. I don't think people understand 9-10 months out of the year, it's really hot. And it gets to you after a while. Take it from somebody that was down there for years, month after month after month of just hot, wet, hot, wet, hot, wet. And in the summertime, even at night, man, there's no cooling. It's just, you're just wet all the time. And the bugs and the rain and the lightning and the storms and I live in Henderson, Nevada. I live right outside Las Vegas. I don't have any of that. No hurricanes, no storms, no nothing. When I was down in Florida, I was spending a lot of time getting out of the way. I was literally trying to get away from hurricanes. So I'd go to Puerto Rico or I'd go up north to Georgia, or it all depended on where the hurricane was coming from. But I just got tired of that. I got tired of the, I don't know about you, but why would anyone like pouring rain all the time? Because in Florida, you can get some really just pouring rain. And even in the summertime, oh, it's only lasts for an hour. But if I'm out for that hour, I get rained on just about every day. In the summertime, it rains almost every day in Florida, and it'll drive you nuts. It drove me nuts. So Florida real estate, I tell people all the time, especially right now, Florida real estate is doing nothing but going down for the next 3 years. Down, down, down. That's what it's going to do. And selling in Florida is going to be extremely difficult. There are very few buyers in Florida. So, and if you have a condo, like I've said before, your condo is worth at least 30% less than you think it is. Whatever price you think it's worth right now, I'm telling you it's probably worth about 30% less. And it's not going to get any better in Florida. If you must go to Florida, rent. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of places to rent. Do not buy in Florida right now. Don't do it. Because for the next few years, you're just going to see prices going down. And there's no point in catching a falling knife. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't go anywhere. I have a final thought here on the Dray Way. The stock market, like I said, I'm really paying attention to stocks right now. I like that DoorDash took a little hit, and they took a little hit because they're starting to buy up other companies. I really like the long-term future of DoorDash, so I am recommending DoorDash as a buy. A lot of you are still asking me how you get involved in the stock market, and that is through Stash. I have a link with Stash that I will provide you. If you need the link, just say, hey, Drayton, I need the link to Stash. Stash starts you off, when you open your account with $10, Stash will give you 30 because you used my link. And we're going to be talking about stocks a lot on this channel because I think that there's going to be opportunity. Like I said, I think the oil stocks are going to be very attractive. Right now, the oil market is very iffy. There's some companies that might take a hit. And anytime oil stocks are on sale, anytime it happens, I jump in. And then when prices get really high, I jump out. But DoorDash is one of those that I feel really confident in. DoorDash and Netflix are the two stocks that I have just I'm really bullish on. Really bullish. And the neat thing is that I think Etsy too is another stock that I'm looking at. Etsy stock is another one. I'm looking for stocks that are going to benefit from people staying home. And I think increasingly over the next few years, that's what you're going to see. I don't think you're going to see people out and about spending money. I think you're going to see more and more people staying at home. And now more than ever, people are paying a lot of money for their home, for your apartment, for your home, wherever you're living. You're paying more money now than ever before. So it really doesn't surprise me that people are like, I want to stay home. I don't want to go out. I don't want to go out and spend a ton of money because going out right now, oh my goodness, my buddy, when he came in last week, he goes, hey, Drayton, let me take you to dinner. I said, we can just go. He goes, no, I want to take you to a nice place. Let's go to dinner. I said, okay. And to make a long story short, we went to a nice steak place, and he drinks, I don't, but I ordered a side. And when the bill came, he's like, wow. He goes, it's pretty expensive here in Vegas, isn't it? I go, yeah, what's the bill, about $300? He goes, yeah, how'd you know? I said, it ain't cheap to be going out in Vegas, man. It ain't cheap. 2 people, $300. You actually got away pretty good. With the tip, it's going to be what, about $350, $360, So, yeah, I think the future is, I think a lot of people are just going to stay home. I really do. And as times get tougher with this administration, I think that's what you're going to see. And that's why a lot of the stocks that we talk about are stocks that are going to take advantage of what I see happening in this administration. So stay on with me. Hit the subscribe button. We're going to be talking a lot about stocks all next week. So bring pencil and paper. We're going to be talking a lot. And don't forget to get your stash account. If you need help, let me know. This has been another Dray Way show. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget, there's a new Dray Way each and every day. And I hope to see you again tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you later.